night like tonight, really a day like today, like how do you sum up what it's like to try to manage everything when Cali gets moved 2 hours before the game? There's what's going on with Mark and the fact that like he's not playing with the idea that he's going to get moved. Like, what's it like trying to manage so many moving pieces and you're coaching a game?
One piece at a time. It's the game is the game obviously is primary. There's hey, there's the human element to it is part of it, but everybody's part of this business. So there's a lot of care for obviously a lot of care for Yarny as a teammate, as as a guy inside of that dressing room. And he carries a ton of respect. So in no way is there no there's no way to, nor would you want to minimize that. Um, and obviously, in Gio's situation, an awful lot of emotion there. First off, for the occasion, for he and his family, and then obviously being held out of the lineup again. That's the fine line between the business side of this and the human element of it. And as you turn you turn the page to the game, it's all about that. It's all about the game.
How do you think your players were able to turn the page? It looked like you started off well, and then Tampa Bay kind of found their legs.
Well, Tampa's going to get their pushes. I felt like our game was, we took too many penalties in the first 40 minutes. Forget about the last couple. The first four in the first couple of periods put you into that's a tough spot. And there was a lot of specialty teams both ways. So the flow was, it was kind of start and go, stop and go. But we were right there. Bounce of the puck gives us a tie game after two. But the critical goal, that third goal, we get skated by from 200 feet and kind of mass chaos in our crease is the one that puts some separation there for them.
Dave, Jordan said he thought the team sat back a little bit after that third goal.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We didn't really regain a push after that. So that's just a fact.
Speaking of the moving pieces, what went into the decision to go with Flurry on the forward end rather than 11 forwards and 7 defensemen?
Well, our group is best when we have energy, especially up front. So that's a big ask of a guy to throw him in there on the left wing. He actually practiced there just by chance. He practiced on left wing last week for one practice, but that's a far cry from jumping in an NHL game. And I thought Fleurs did a good job there. He was comfortable. He's a guy that skates well. He can transport the puck and get you up ice. And in my opinion, he did a real good job in the limited ice time that he played there tonight. But trying to give ourselves four lines that can get some rhythm and keep energy throughout our forward group is critical. Having 7D, we really have no need for 7D. It becomes a little bit disjointed back there. The rhythm for us is better with 6 and 12.
Jordan was saying that right now this is the kind of time of year where you're looking to see what guys want to be here. What's it like to hear that from a guy wearing a letter, knowing your leadership group's about to go through a change either soon or sometime before Monday?
Well, that's what it is, and we're going to be stressed as a group, and that tells you an awful lot, in terms of how you push and react, and the positivity that you find and can bring to the table every day.
Dave, how would you kind of reflect on Cali's tenure with you? I know he got off to the slow start to the year, but then the last couple of months seems like he's really been a nice piece for you.
Yeah, Cali is, I'll try to sum it up briefly. He's an outstanding two-way player. He's a very well-respected player in the dressing room, quietly as a leader, and just absolutely no maintenance, as a player. So he's been a tremendous player for us. He's going to get a good opportunity, and I believe we'll have a chance to play a good role on a good team as he moves forward, into the stretch run here and into the playoffs.
Were you guys able to get a chance to say goodbye to him, or was it one of those things that happened so quick that there wasn't really time for that.
Well, guys will have that. You know, things happen obviously very quick, but you know, I think a lot of guys hadn't had an opportunity to speak with him in the dressing room, at least for a few seconds. But things happen quick. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna, you know, get on to the next his next job.
The choppy start to the game, got the 5-1-4, the 5-1-3, got the goal. Even with that, did you feel you guys left a little bit like on the table right before Kucherov's goal tied it? At the beginning?
Kucherov's goal was just, you know, we gave up bluntly. I believe we gave up probably 5 chances, 5-on-5, which they're going to generate some, but that's still too much. But at least 4 of those came right off our tape, including Kucherov's goal. So you can't feed this team's transition. You can't feed their offense. You have to be really hard with the puck direct north, and every time you make a mistake, they're gonna jump on you, and that's what they did in that case. That being said, I thought our effort, our compete was very good through that time period. But that's, you know, that's my evaluation of that, you know, that first 20 minutes anyway.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, thank you.